Hello, everyone, and welcome in or welcome back to Midnight Morning Readings. We are here to do the monthly reading of December for the sign of Virgo. So we're going to go ahead and get started and see what the strongest energies are. Cornucopia, strategy, and happy family. So things are coming together. As you finish out the year, okay, strongest energies for Virgo, please. On the bottom of the deck, you have the sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, the door to spirit and appreciation. You got your cornucopia again, too. So, I feel as if you're coming out, or you're coming out of a bad year, or coming into the beginning of a new one. And things are shifting, significantly shifting. You don't realize it right now, but you're going to come to appreciate the year that you've had, as turbulent as it may have been, but it's going to help you appreciate this cornucopia as it's coming in for you, because you've also opened your door to spirit and realized that the energies and the thoughts that you have had of, why is this happening to me? What is this supposed to teach me? Here's another thing, like, what is going on? You are starting to very slowly start to understand the answer, the why that's coming there, because you have the woman holding a coin, and this talks about appreciating, like, your internal wealth, your internal abundance, things that you have to appreciate, and the wealth and abundance that you have that's coming in, because your fourth chakra is your heart chakra, and the sixth is your vision. You'll be able to see, what's coming around the bend, and having that positive thought and that positive energies, in your mind as you are manifesting your incoming year, your incoming future. And I feel that it's going to be strong, and it's going to be positive, and it's letting in the law of attraction and the positive spirit and the positive intentions that are going on. So let's see what's going on for your current challenges. New beginnings, yep, and protection. And that is exactly what we just talked about. It is looking back over this past year and saying, here's another thing, like, why is this happening to me? Can we start over? Like, this has got to be the last thing. And Spirit is saying there was something you were meant to learn with this whole past year. That's what I feel. So let's see, what are your current challenges for Virgo? Current challenges for Virgo. Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, you have believe in magic, inspiration, music coming together. And this is where I feel, because the card that popped out is shining from within, and this is where you're just at the end of the year, and you're still having this energy of saying, I can't wait, like, I'm just so done with this. I'm just so like, why can't, you know, what's the next thing that's going to happen? Because you're having problems finding inspiration and believing in magic, but and you're having difficulties seeing why this has been happening, because you don't understand why. But Spirit is saying it's going to come together eventually. Here at the end of the year, eventually at some point you're going to look back on this last year and you're going to say, okay, what did this last year teach me? What was I meant to learn as I'm moving forward? Because you're going to move into an energy of shifting. So let's see what happened in the most recent past. The messages: balance, sacrifice, abundance. And this is, like I said, this is really looking at your internal. Yes, all of this stuff happened, but at the end of the day, what do you still have? What do you still have? You still have your family. You still have your life. You still have your health. You still have this. And that's what this is meant to teach you. You know, physical possessions can be replaced, and it's really focusing on what can't be replaced and what you still have to value. All right, so let's see what our most recent past. Most recent past. For Virgos. Most recent past for Virgo. Anything else, Spirit? On the bottom of the deck, you have the watermelon. And you have the monkey ball, which is the weight, rigidity, like how much you're willing to bend and how much you are willing to not bend. And you have responsibility, empathy, and then you also have leadership and greatness that came out. But these are the two cards that popped out initially. And in this particular deck, there are 9 what they call poison cards. And 2 of them popped out. So this, I feel, is a reflection on this past year, on your thoughts and your energies over this past year. And the one thing you need to understand is nightshade, if it is consumed too much, it will kill you. Okay, it is definitely a poison. It can kill you, but there are a lot of benefits that come from nightshade, and it can help people who are extreme insomniacs sleep. It can help people who have very, very extreme high levels of anxiety calm down when taken in very tiny doses. So there are healing and positive properties that come from nightshade, but on the extreme end of it, yes, when too much of it is consumed, it can kill you. You also popped out the mountain laurel, and that is talking about, you know, just the extreme trouble and crisis and everything that has been going on. And I really feel this is a reflection of the past year of constantly saying, why is this happening to me? Why does this bad luck continue to happen and continue to come down, my way? When is the good? When is the positive? When am I going to catch a break coming in? And that's where, Spirit has been saying, look, Okay, you need to go back and reflect on the last year and really focus on the positive things that did happen as opposed to some of these other situations, because everything happens for a reason and it happens when it is meant to. It's all in divine timing. And it's really getting you to understand, and have that feeling and understanding and that empathy of, yes, you had some bad, but you also had a lot of good and positive that's coming in there. And quit weighing that negativity so heavily on your current situation, because there was a lot of positive that happened this past year. So let's get a couple of clarifiers for your most recent past, Virgo. So, suffering and silence and discontent and boredom definitely talk about the negative energies and the situations that transpired over this past year that you have been constantly saying, why is this continually happening? Like, why me? Why me? And Spirit is saying, because it was meant to teach you something. And you need to figure out what it was meant to teach you, because as you were going through this year, there was something that was going on, excuse me, that it was meant to teach you, to come to a point of understanding how this all plays in together, why this happens, because not that Spirit wants you to live in a world of negativity and loss, but you have to understand that you have to have some situations that, some negative situations or that have to happen in order for you to appreciate and recognize when the positive comes in, because it helps you appreciate that even more. And you have to recognize why these experiences happen to you, because that's going to help you appreciate the positive experiences that much more. So, and that is the phase that you are moving into as this year is closing out. So let's see what is in your current energies. Much needed escape, being in the moment, and spiritual realization. And that is what we just talked about, is really coming in to recognize and understand, what is Spirit teaching me? Like, what am I meant to learn from this? What, okay, and say, okay, this happened. Now, what is it meant to teach me? Instead of, why is this happening to me? What is this teaching me? What am I meant to learn from this situation? And find the positive in it. Okay? All right. So on the bottom of the deck for your current messages, it's fulfilling work, important choices, and good motivation. And this is really talking about finding that understanding, because you have a choice, right? We always have free will. No matter what happens, we always have free will and free choice. So it goes back to, you're sitting there saying, okay, this stuff happened to me. Am I going to choose to dwell on the poor me, or am I going to turn it around and say, okay, what am I meant to learn? And it's all about the thought process and how our thoughts and our emotions and our energies really contour our life, because you've really been changing that perspective, because you've got freedom to move and rest and retreat that are coming out. And this is where you have really been taking some time, even after these situations, and switching that thought process from poor me to, what is this teaching me? Instead of saying, why did this happen to me? You're saying, okay, Spirit, what are you teaching me? What am I meant to learn out of this situation to turn it to a positive emotion moving forward, a positive energy moving forward? So what is your current, so let's get a couple clarifiers for I feel like there's one or two more clarifiers that want to come out for your current situation. Yeah. Okay, so the first card that came out is patience, and that is a good piece of what Spirit has been working with you on. And as you are asking Spirit to say, okay, what is this teaching me? Instead of why is this happening to me? What is this teaching me? And Spirit is saying that it's patience. It's really taking the time to do the understanding, because you're going through this transformation and ultimately you're coming into a state of hope and gratitude and appreciation. And nobody ever wants to say, okay, I appreciate being robbed, or I appreciate, you know, getting diagnosis of cancer, or I appreciate that. What we're appreciating is, what is that teaching us? Okay, this is happening to me, but why is it happening to me? And how am I moving forward? And this has really moved you into a sense of transforming that thought process from negative thoughts into positive ones and moving into a state of gratitude. So what is your incoming messages? Magic, letting go of the old, generosity, appreciating what you have, what Spirit has been trying to tell you. It's really about changing the thought and understanding. Incoming messages. On the bottom of the deck, you have strength. And this whole journey, everything that has happened, I really feel over this last year, as you're doing some self-reflection, as you are looking at things that have transpired and what it has taught you, it has made you a stronger person because of it. Because you are opening up that gateway to being a better leader, being a stronger person, because you have been asking, and what is this teaching me? It has increased your knowledge and the sanctuary of really saying, I need to take time of that self-reflection, that rest and retreat, to really move forward and let Spirit show me what I am meant to learn, or how I am supposed to move forward. And it's really opening up that gateway. So let's get a couple of clarifiers here for your incoming message, Virgo. Clarifiers for incoming messages. The card that popped out is mental conflict. And this really confirms what this whole reading, this whole message from Spirit today is talking about. Is really, instead of asking the question, why is this happening to me, asking, what is this supposed to teach me? What am I meant to learn as I am moving forward from this particular situation? And sometimes it's very difficult to have that shift. Once we get over the initial shock of this, it's moving from that, okay, this happened, now now what are we going to do about it? How are we moving forward? And really changing that that thought process, and having that, shifting those energies as they are coming through, and it's moving you into a state of newfound strength as you are moving forward into the coming year. So clarifying this entire message and reading from Spirit, you have clarity, or I'm sorry, you have courage and divine timing. And this is, we talked about, everything happens for a reason, and it is meant to happen at a specific time. You cannot force it, you cannot change it. It happens when it is meant to. So let's see. Let's get some clarifiers for this reading, please, Spirit. So on the bottom of the deck, you have trust, direction, and perspective. And that is where this comes in. This is, in your most recent past, you had to develop a newfound perspective of thought process, and switching that from why is this happening to me to what is this teaching me? What am I meant to learn? And really changing that perspective as far as how you are moving forward, because it has given you that good motivation, a newfound direction as you are moving forward in your energies, to where now you are moving into a state of trusting Spirit and trusting that this situation is going to move you into a state of strong and positive energies, and allowing the law of attraction to come in. But it takes perseverance, and it takes dedication to keep on that track, keep on that momentum of really keeping that in the forefront of your mind. And that is where your sixth chakra and your heart chakra come in, because you're doing this for you. You're doing this from a state of love, and you're doing this a state of wanting to be in that heartfelt, positive, loving, and compassionate energy as you are moving forward, really making that intentional change in your thought process. So what is your final outcome, Virgo? Final outcome for Virgo. Final outcome for Virgo. And this is what we've been talking about the whole time. Your entire reading is why. And that's your final outcome. And that is asking, going from the why is this happening to me, to what are you teaching me? And the why, with this entire year, you are coming into a sense of understanding, of understanding why this has happened to you. Because now you are going to say, why didn't I see it? Why didn't I learn? And really coming into that, how do I move forward as you are coming to the close of this year and start of the next year. And the why is going to continue to evolve around the situations, and it's how you approach your energies to them that is going to help you with that understanding. Okay, that is your message for December. I hope you found it helpful and enlightening. Please feel free to share any comments in the section below. As this message resonated with you, I would greatly appreciate and be grateful if you would hit that like, subscribe, and share button on your way out. And we will see you back here next time, Virgos. Take care.